What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another Musume video. And in this video, we are going to be training Kitasan Black, the Anime Collab variant for the League of Heroes. Simply because it seems like she would be the better one out of the two. But me personally, I'd rather use the original one. But you know what? I haven't really trained this Kita a little bit too much. I did do a few runs yesterday, but none of them really worked out well. To be honest, I just went with the same setup. Didn't really change it up. But in this video, to be specific, I will be changing it up because I did notice since I, accidentally deleted the Kita that ever since I did delete that Kita, I've had troubles in power for long distance. And since I can't use that Kita for Kita herself, I decided that maybe I should try using a power card setup this time around. So with the inheritance being fully focused on stamina, I've decided to ditch the Super Creek card and try out with a power card. I couldn't really find any other good power cards, to be quite honest, especially in a short amount of time, because I didn't want to take too long searching for a power card. I decided to use the Rice Shower one because it does have Arc Maestro, so I'm totally fine with that. And then still using a Guts card, except it's not Orpherv. I could have used mine only if I believe I at least had it at 1 limit break. Mine's still at level 30, no limit break, so I just went back and decided to use the Haru Urara card, and yeah, pretty much that's it. That's it. Instead of the Speed Kita card, using the Marzanski one, and pretty much all the other cards are the same. So the idea here is hopefully I can make up my power needs with this Rice Shower card, and then also, since it is power, hopefully it can help work on stamina, but I will still choose stamina as a training option if it's a good amount. But other than that, that is pretty much my idea for this training event. I will most likely give this a shot after this video itself off camera, just to give it a chance and see if this setup would work out. I personally think it would. I would just need the good RNG of training to go to like power and all that. So we'll just jump into the training, but before that, if you guys haven't joined a circle, or you guys are still looking for a circle to join, feel free to join the circle that I am in. It is called Shushu. The circle ID photo should be on the screen as I am talking about it right now. I believe we still have 4 spots left. At least that's what I would like to think, since it's been like that for the past over 2 weeks. So we do still have those few spots available. So if you guys do want to join, feel free to join. And if you guys want, let me know down in the comments if and when you joined, and also what your in-game name is, just so we know who's who in the circle. But other than that, that is pretty much it for the circle. Let me get the comments ready. And we should be good. Okay, we have a few comments as well, so I don't mind taking my time on these comments. But okay, nice start here. I'm thinking maybe I should just start off with all red. Maybe. Yeah, why not? In the first couple turns before the debut race, I like to use the color changer to at least give each color a whole round, like all the stats get leveled up at the same time, just to keep it even for that, and then hopefully bring that in the same way after the debut race. But if not, then just to do the best of my abilities to where at least all the stats or the sports levels are equal. So we'll see how we do here. So my goal here actually is to also try and get these 3 support cards that I have for Power, Wise, and Guts to Orange Bond, just to, you know, get them to Rainbow Training as soon as possible. But I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Hopefully this does work out, because if it doesn't, then I'll most likely have to work on a parent to build that power inheritance that I'll need. But other than that, I think I'm okay. Okay, red should be fine, but can't really say no to 3. Okay, we got the motivation up, and let's actually go over the first comment, which is from Nova. Well, let me make sure it is from Nova. Yes, it is. Do I change it to yellow or blue? I want to say blue, maybe, or yellow. I think yellow. It covers more. So red to yellow. And the reason why I'm doing it now is just I'll be able to make up the power one later on, so we got a rest here. But first comment is from Nova. In terms of summer, the 3 to 4 years I spent living in Hawaii was probably the best time I've had ever. Honestly, I could see it, because it's like a nice tropical environment, I would say. I don't know about hot or cold. I think I could see that because it can't really get cold, because Hawaii, I think, is like closer to the it's closer to the equator of the earth, so it shouldn't get too cold around there. Although I don't know about the heat, but I'm just assuming it's not that bad, because it is an, you know, island, or just a group of islands, I would say. So yeah, I could see it being neither too hot or too cold, or neither hot nor cold. So it makes sense to me. But just the right temperature all year. Wearing shorts and short sleeves all year round, and playing on the beaches. It's not realistic to live there now after 2008, but such a good time. I think if I had grown up, well, I think if I was more influenced or live closer to the beach, I'd probably be okay with it, but I'm not, so yeah. This would be a good time to swap this, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna prioritize the inheritance here. As for the League Heroes, I'm gonna use Christmas Palmer, most likely. I'll just rest here for the 15, for it's 15% already, but I missed the CM, but it is what it is. Man, I'm such a casual in Uma. Well, I mean, I would consider myself a casual as well. I would consider myself a casual as well. Who, you know, It may look like I take it like very like seriously, but I don't take it as seriously as you guys probably think. So I'd like to say I'm a casual as well. I know this is not a 6-month hiatus, but even a month's hiatus is still making me kind of reluctant to start the grind again. I might need to go see a psychiatrist about this. I I don't think you need to see a psychiatrist for this personally. You just need to, get back in the groove, but nothing a psychiatrist sh nothing a psychiatrist should, be involved with. You simply just, went out for a month, maybe over a month, away from a game, and honestly, I don't blame you for not playing. I mean, you're out of your normal routine. You're out there, out of state, out of the country. But I probably would have done the same thing. Just don't really care about it too much and just enjoyed where I am. So it's all good. You just need to get back in the groove, and it'll take some time. Maybe just take the time to just try to get used to the training scenario without taking it too seriously, since there's what like 2 more months until the new scenario is released. So just take it easy, I'd say. And when that new scenario comes out in a few months, then you'll probably be more motivated to train a little bit more, I'd say. Since it is a new scenario, you're not, or at least I don't think you are, I'm just assuming, because you already went there. But I mean, you could go back to Taiwan if you do decide to, but I just assume you're not because you just came back. But I don't know what your plans are. But if you're not doing that around the time the new scenario gets released, then there you go. There's a opportunity there. I want to swap the blue to yellow, yellow to blue, just so we can get that. But other than that, Christmas Palmer. Yeah, I think I pretty much touched everything in your comments. So thank you for the comment, Nova, and for the continued support. The next comment is from Nuz, and it says, that top row didn't look too bad, to be honest. And just a tip, I don't like backseating, but you shouldn't evolve UAF golds since they turn into mild medium skill instead of a generic skill. You're right. I actually just noticed that, so no worries. And I know it's you personally. Personally, I don't like to backseat as well, especially if it's well, I primarily don't like backseating, especially when it comes to story games or games along those lines where I guess story is involved. But yeah, if it's Pretty Derby or I guess gacha games in general, I don't really care too much, to be quite honest. That's just a heads up. I don't really care too much if it comes down to gacha games, but if it's to actual story games, especially ones that I have been looking forward to for the longest, then I'll hope that I don't get any help. But other than that, I don't necessarily care, especially if it's just Uma for now. I think this would be a good time to swap to red, because is it? I was hoping I could just change it when it gets like +5, but I think I am better off trying it now. Or maybe even changing yellow to red. Just so I can work on this right shower bond. And also get power a little bit higher. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'll do that. Although I do have only one more like color switch thing. I think it'll be okay. But yeah, that top road wasn't too bad, to be quite honest. It literally lacked what, power? And I think it would have been fine. She was a UE6. I think it was only power. I actually don't remember what her stats ended off with, but for LOH I am going double runner and leader or chaser, still depending on if I'd use top road or cafe, but my 2 runners are set. Okay, cool. We got another one here, but it doesn't necessarily cover the stamina, so I'll just do the one with the most bond. I would have chosen the one with right shower and speed, but if Maruzensky and Haru gets it, then it's better than just picking the one with right shower. See, I'd pick this also, but honestly, I probably should, but I don't want to waste the wise one. But let me see. We do need to race. It'll probably be the hopeful stakes. Most likely be the hopeful stakes. But I will continue the comment once we get there, but I might have to use another of the dates just to get the level 9. Or yeah, level 9 to level 10. Because I don't see an opportunity here. Plus I do need to get her arrested. So I will do the date. Probably won't use a date until after the summer training for the next one. And then over here, we'll just grab some skills. Because we'd still have Mihono, not Mihono, Mejo Ramino. So we're looking for speed skills that we can use. Oh, my nose. I feel like sneezing, but it's okay. And yep, let's go do the hopeful stakes and we'll be okay. At least I think we should be okay. Although even with the swap to power, we haven't really gotten started in training it, so I'm kind of worried a little bit that this setup might not work, so we'll see what happens. We should be good level-wise, right? Yeah. We need to get we need to start working on the stamina power one. Stamina, not red one, not power one, because it is the lowest one at level 10. And hopefully we'll be able to just have an easy time with all the other ones overall. So all right, on to the next year, and hopefully things start looking up for power at least. But let's go through all of this. Hope for the best. Alright, so now that we are in the next year of the training, let us continue also the comment from Nuz, but give me a quick sec here just to see what I should change this into. Honestly, I want to say blue real quick. just to get it out of the way and all that, and then we'll focus on red after that. So we'll go blue first. Honestly, with that plus 13, it'll probably look better, but we do need it more on this, so whatever. And plus, I want power to catch up a little bit, so we'll do that. But continuing on with Nuz's comment, I still haven't really chosen who I really wanted to use as my main 3. If I wanted to run 2 runners, then it would most likely be Kita and I guess Mihono Bourbon. And if I wanted to run a tweener with them, then it would be... Shoot, should I change that yellow to red just to get that plus 6 out of the way? Or, yeah, I probably should, huh? Just to get that plus 6 out of the way. And it'll be close to the thing, and... Dude. I probably should just do it. But we'll see if that'll mess up with with later on, you know? What if I need it later on more than I needed it now? It is what it is, but for the betweener, I'll most likely just be Kitasan, not Kitasan, Satsuno Diamond. If I do bring a leader chaser team, then I'm looking at Duramente, maybe Cheval Grand, maybe, oh no, Teo, or we could technically finish red here. Finish because we still got a few more turns. I think we'll be okay for now. But for other, I think Cap was also an option. I could use like Cap, Teo with Duramente or something like that, but there's just too many choices. Maybe next week maybe over the weekend I'll figure out what kind of team I do want to run. But other than that, I think for now it is what it is. Over the weekend I'll figure that out, and we'll focus on maybe those 3, maybe still 5, just to keep it a little interesting. But yeah, I wish power had more going on there, but it doesn't. I could change everything to yellow, but not even that much for there, so I think I'm just gonna do a speed training here, because that's not a lot for power. Even the plus 6 for red was better than that. Now we can do this also, change everything to red, and we'll be able to, or can I just keep everything the way it is and just do this? Trying to see. Yeah, I probably should just do that. I'll put it towards stamina, because I know I'm gonna need as much help as I can get in stamina, because I know the inheritance alone shouldn't be good enough. And yet I'm here trying it, but kind of had no choice at the moment. But we will just end up resting here, so. But I'll be making Anime McQueen runner, since she is the only McQueen with generic golds, and other runner Valentine's Bourbon. But on my side training has been going bad, still making parents, and no luck on factors, so Sag and good luck for anyone training. I think we all would probably need a good luck, especially if we are not that good at long distance training, because I know I haven't been that great. You know, no matter how much I do prefer long distance over, let's say, like short distance. It's just, I don't know, that extra stat that I need to worry about getting to 1200 plus still haven't really gotten used to that, at least for myself. Because if I was used to it, then technically Great Escape shouldn't give me as much trouble as it has been this whole time, but it's cool. It's cool. And with this should take care of all the yellow sports levels. At least it should. Alright, we are in the second chain event here for that, so we can get Arc Maestro pretty soon. We'll just get the energy option, and then we should get Arc Maestro and chain event 3. But we'll just hope we get it. I will do the power training here because it is the only stat that is pretty much behind, because everything else are equal in terms of numbers, but energy, and then yeah, I think I'll still pick power here. But anyways, thank you for the comment, Nuz, and going over the last two comments are from Tanoki. First one says, finally a solid long Uma run. UE5 OG Narita Taishin beats out my UE5 Christmas Daiwa in tests. For me, the top road that I just trained will just be a placeholder, I'd say. And then also the cap I also trained earlier would most likely be a placeholder for now, because it's going to take a lot of work to get like a good, decent actual team for long distance. So I'm just hoping for the best. Just hoping for the best. But glad to see you got a solid run. What's thinking about Taishin as another supporter, or not a supporter, chaser? I think I mentioned it yesterday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with it still, because I'm not sure if I want to go the, was it runner betweener route or leader chaser route? So yeah. And then the next comment says, yeah, definitely get it if you're playing multiple gachas. Uma events by comparison are not so intense, and most would be considered boring. Yeah, for the most part, I can technically just do it just by playing the game. At least most of the events, or most or half of the events, I can just naturally do by just doing training runs. But training events that kind of require me to, you know, make some choices and all that too, like this one, I tend to kind of step away, honestly. But if it's, I forgot the other one where it's like there's like 4 different levels, or I guess 5 in a sense. There's like the hard levels, and then you raise your level high enough to go against the extreme level one. I don't remember the name of the event, but that's how I remembered it, at least. Yep. I think red would go fine here, but we can also switch it to yellow. Would probably benefit yellow more. Yeah, it'll benefit yellow more, because it'll bring the stamina one to level 29, and it'll finish off the power. And we get more power stats out of it, so I think that'll be okay. But yeah, with multiple gachas, I kind of just pick the ones that do require my attention more. My attention, or just my time more. So basically, not Uma, but like the Hoyo games, or Snowbreak, Reverse. Any other games? Atelier, if and when I decide to go play the story. Or continue the story. Still haven't done that. And I did say like a few days ago I was gonna do the story for Starreal. Still haven't. I was gonna do it after I posted this or uploaded this video. But I kinda can't because I did start recording this video to be specifically this video. Like 2 hours later than normal, so I was gonna use that 2 hours to play Starreal, but I didn't. So here I am, and I'll probably just do it over the weekend because I feel like I have at least like 3 hours left of the story remaining, and I want to get that over with before jumping into the update for Genshin, because there should be another like story or something as well. As for the other games, nothing really too serious going on. Well, Reverse, pretty much just gotta try and finish the hard mode, I guess, since generally that's where I have a harder time in Reverse when it comes to the events. And maybe some of the other stuff that probably requires having a good amount of the featured characters, which I don't have. Pretty much only have 3 in Melania. His name's 6 and 37, was it? So just been holding off there. And then Snowbreak, not too bad. Already did a main story there. If I'm not doing like the other event modes, I'm pretty much just doing dailies and using my stamina on the materials of the event. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Before I go into too much detail about what I do in the other games. Well, other than that, thank you for all the comments, Tanogi, Nuz, and Nova. I'll definitely check if we get a last second comment later on, but for now, thank you all for the comment or comments. And I haven't really gotten any more skills because I haven't checked since the last time. So why don't we just grab what we need, because we probably should just do that. Might as well grab that straight. And I think that's okay. I don't think Rudolph's unique would help. Or Cheval's, so I'm not gonna pick them, but I'm gonna take a look at them just to see, because circumstances may change depending on who I'm going against, but I don't know. I could just be coping there, but I'm pretty sure the Rudolph one would be better off for like betweeners or even leaders, and I would assume the same for Cheval because she is a leader herself. Yeah, during the final leg of the race, make 3 overtakes to strongly increase your speed on the final straight. Definitely not going to work with Kita with her being a runner. With leader, you have more leeway because there could just be a bunch of leaders in the race, so that could cover that. And then, let me see, Cheval's. Yeah, it specifically says around the middle of the race if you're near the front but not leading. Well, I was gonna say, would that work if there was a Great Escape? But what are the odds that there would be a Great Escape in long distance? Right? Well, I could probably see it regardless because you're already training that much or stamina for Great Escape, so I could still kind of see it, not gonna lie. I just realized all the colors are not done. I totally just stopped thinking about the colors. Good job, me. So I gotta pick one, and I think I'm just gonna pick yellow. Or red. I was gonna say red, but I have no choice but to do yellow. It's my fault that I practically ignored it, so that's what I get. That's what I get. So I'm just gonna use it both for yellow and yeah, that's the best I got. These stats are, it looks like I'm training in the older scenarios with how low my stats are. Especially on speed. By this point, speed would be like have a good chance to be already at 1200. At this point, if it's over 1200 at this point, it feels like a pretty decent run for me. At the moment, it doesn't look that way because of how low it is. It's still at a B. And like, I don't know. My runs that I did yesterday with the normal 1 stamina, 1 guts weren't too bad. Like, speed just didn't make it to maxed out. Obviously, power didn't make it to 1200 plus. And I don't remember exactly how. Well, for this Kita, I think I only had gotten a normal UE. So that is the highest I've trained this Kita. Whereas the other one, for mile distance at least, I did manage to get her to UE 5. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. I think over the weekend I might just try to make a long distance parent. Probably a Saiyan Sky one. Sky. Just because it's gonna be for Kita, but I should also, I'm just gonna make the bare minimum one. Just a good enough long distance Uma parent just to help me out with, I guess, Kita. Because if I do want to bring her, or if I also want to bring her or Mihono Bourbon, then I would want a parent to help out. I'll try to get power inheritance out of it, but if I don't, then I'm gonna hope for stamina at least, so I can still figure out how to get power. Yeah, red. This red sport level is not looking so well right now. Because at this point, I just want to work on the stats. Well, they're all at a B, so I need to work on all the stats. So I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. I think in this turn I should just rest, cause okay, so like this should be better. Let's change the blue to red. And then we'll be, well, all the other ones are okay. All it pretty much did was finish off the wise one, so we won't have to worry about it later on. And the stamina one is just there. So at the moment, I don't know how I feel about the power one, but I should still give it a couple more tries to really see if it will work or not. Because honestly, maybe my RNG this time around just isn't good as it, well, it normally isn't good anyway when it comes down to the training. So I guess I'm not crazy there. Or maybe I just shouldn't train Kita. Maybe. Because maybe I do have a power card that can work for, let's say, a leader, chaser. I mean, for a chaser, I could probably just end up using the looking for a Admired Vega or Ayabe friend card. Or power friend card. I could do that. And then for leaders, I mean, I could technically look for the Mejiro Ramano power card and just replace the one I have with someone else or with a different card. It could just be an SR card, but you know, maybe I just don't run runners this time around. Who knows? But I don't know. Haven't really thought about it just yet. Maybe I just gotta look at my options and see what would work out for me this time around, because there's still time though. Maybe I do take the weekend, see if I can get that parent going. It's for runners at least. Well, no, just in general. Because I think it'll benefit me more if I can at least also get some help for all the other... Well, maybe I should just figure out the team I want and then just pick like a 5 characters from the 2 positions I'd use. So either leader, chaser, or runner betweener, and then just go from there. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. So I'm not sure. Yeah, this would be something I would just think over the weekend. Like, if I'm looking at leader, chaser, then I pretty much have a good 5 there, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say I have a pretty good group of Umas I'd probably use there. Because I think most of the ones I'd bring would be the ones that I trained this week. So we're looking at Cap, Teo. We didn't train Duramente, but most likely Duramente. Top Road, and maybe Taishin could be the 5 that I choose to train. I really should just rest, but I mean, what's another 2 losses for now? So it's all right. I'll just do this. I already lost once, so I'll just take another 2 and not go past that. So I already technically do already have 5 for the leader chaser. Although for the runner betweeners, there's Kita, Daya, Mihono Bourbon, the normal one. Saiyan Sky, if I choose to bring Saiyan Sky. I don't know if I have another betweener to bring. If I were to bring another betweener. Do I? Technically Duramente I can, but I think she'd be best off as a chaser. I'd say Econodictus, because I can at least bring it from a D to an A, but mine's not even a 3-star at least. Oh, and also for the leader chaser team, I could still bring Cheval Grand if I want to bring her over any of the others. But if I were to bring one more for the runner betweener team, I already have 3 when it comes down to the runners, so bring another betweener just in case would probably be the better option. But who is the real question, because I don't think I necessarily have someone else, at least for long distance betweener, or do I? Commander Special Week, that I do have another one, so there is that route. So I pretty much would have to pick between the two and see what would I rather use for myself. So yeah, I'm not sure. I am not too sure yet. A part of me is kind of leaning towards the leader chaser route. But a part of me is like, I think I might go leader chaser for one, it's the League of Heroes, and 2, I have been training a lot of runners more recently, and actually probably the past couple months. So maybe, just maybe, training a leader chaser group wouldn't be too bad this time around. So yeah, we might head towards that, and then I'll focus my inheritance or parents that I train over the weekend. At least I'm gonna attempt to train as much as I can to get the best minimum possible parent I could use for training for long distance. Maybe I would take it more seriously if it was for the CM, but it is for League of Heroes, so I guess that's probably why I said a bare minimum. So we'll see what happens there. We'll definitely see what happens there. If I change everything to red, we should be fine. So no more losing the races. I don't think we'll be able to even make the others catch up. Stat wise, it's kind of looking hopeless, not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys noticed that as we got past the, pretty much after, once we hit the senior year, when I had my speed, or basically all my stats at B, is when I kind of just threw in the towel. It's because speed wasn't as high as it normally was. It barely hit 1200 like a few turns ago. It's a mess. This excuse me, this attempt definitely wasn't the best, but that's why trial and error is always a thing. I think I'll just rest here. Excuse me. But let's just see how we'll finish this off. Maybe we'll end up getting another stat to 1200. Maybe. As for the power training, I don't think we got that much rainbow training out of it. So I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like I was better off training with power inheritance instead. Even if it was just a little bit, excuse me, sorry. I don't know what happened, but something basically is just bothering my throat right now, so It's alright. I guess we'll just try to see if we can get the stats to above 1200. At this point, I gave up on getting speed to 1700 at the bare minimum. Because, yeah. You can see we're not really getting anywhere. But let's see. We'll see what happens. Will we at least be able to get guts to 1200? Maybe even wise? I know for a fact that stamina ain't making it. So even with all the inheritance going towards stamina, with the lack of power training we had, it didn't necessarily help too much. And yeah, if this was a medium distance training, then whatever stamina we have now would suffice, I'd say. And it would still generally just still be a bad... this would be a really bad run if it was for medium distance, I would say. Because speed ain't high enough. And then the other stats are, you know, right under 1,000. So it's alright. It's alright. It's nothing too... This one's better than better than some runs, but I don't even think this is gonna make it to UE at all. We're probably looking at the highest halfway UF 5. I feel like I'm kind of being nice there. There's a chance we could still get a high UG 9 if it's really this bad of a run, but we're most likely low UFs on this training run specifically. But we'll see if we can somehow salvage it one way or another. It might be an ordeal at this point, but we'll see. If I somehow get this to a UE by the bare minimum, I'm gonna be surprised myself. So we'll see what we could do here. Wait, this is already gonna be 1200, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can get power to 1200. Maybe I can get wise, depending. If I get a really good training like that one specifically, then there might be hope. I don't know. My speed's still pretty low. It ain't even 1300. Yeah, it literally still ain't 1300. We're just gonna swap yellow to blue. Pretty much. If I do this, then we have a higher chance of power making it. Honestly, I was gonna say maybe even stamina, but doubt. There's no way. We can get power if power gets a rainbow training here. If it doesn't, it probably could still make it. If not, then I'll just hope for a really good wise training, just to see. Hey, we didn't get rainbow training, so we're just gonna work on power just to get it over 1200. It's kind of more believable that it can make UF 5, UF 6 now, but is it worth the training? Maybe if this was a little bit higher to the point where I can use it, to the point where it can at least make it to 1200, I would say okay. But the speed is too low. I guess, you know what? Maybe I'll look over the comments over the weekend. If someone, or Eugen, because I believe you were the one who mentioned it, someone can mention what is more preferred over the League of Heroes, whether it's leader, chaser, or runner betweener? Let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of curious. I'll take a look over the weekend just to see if what the preferred is, just so I know who to train for. But if anything, I'll just do both. But yeah, I just want to make sure that I just focus on the best possible option. But I might still end up just doing leader, chaser. Yeah, depending on the situation I get myself into. But I don't know. I'm feeling the leader chaser group though. Kind of feeling it because, like I said, we have been training a good amount of runners. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't mind either or, but I feel like I'm heading towards the leader chaser route. Not because this Kita training was kind of but it definitely could be better. Like, look at our stats. We'll go over it, but it can be better. It just wasn't better now. I don't think I can grab any of these uniques. I'm just gonna grab whatever's, you know, whatever I can grab at this point, because I'm not gonna be using this one. That should be okay for now, for this one specifically. So we ended off with 1353 speed, 1009 stamina, 1191 power. We honestly still didn't make it. If we had won all our sports events, would have made it to 1200. 1216 on guts and 1022 on wise. Like, it wasn't bad. This setup could work, but speed is a little low, so I probably most likely need a couple more tries to see if I can get speed to 1700 or max while getting the other stats to 1200 plus. So it's gonna be a lot of trial and error, but we also ended up getting AS aptitude on long distance. We'll do these and not change these, because if I should have noticed it sooner than later that it did change it to mile medium distance. So thank you, Nuz. Wow, I said at most UF5, right? But I did say there's a chance that it could be as low as a UG9, and it nearly was a UG9. It nearly was a UG9. How? This is our worst run in UAF, I would say. It's not to my surprise, because the stats were kind of bad. I am not going to deny that. So I don't know if I'm confident in swapping over to the power guts setup over getting stamina guts for this long distance setup. But honestly, I'll give it a couple more tries and see if I get better attempts. But as of right now, it's kind of looking bad, and I might just end up training parents. But with that being said, guys, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think about this setup. If I should just keep going with it and it'll eventually work. Honestly, I feel like that could just be the case. That this run probably just was really bad at the time I just wanted to train it or try it. So maybe it can work out, so I'll give it a shot. But let me know, like I said, what you guys think of this setup. Also, if I should run leader chaser or runner betweener for these League of Heroes. Honestly, since it's the League of Heroes, I feel like it doesn't necessarily matter too much for me. But, you know, at the same time, I do want to at least reach plat 4 since I didn't the past, what, 2 times? 3 times? So I want to at least try to reach plat 4. So I guess the best possible setup by also making it a team that I would be happy with at the same time. So basically, if it's runner betweener, then I want to at least use the 3 characters that I want to use. So yeah. Other than that, it is the weekend, so let me know what your guys' plans are for the weekend, as well as any other things you guys want to talk about. Anime, video games, other gacha games. Doesn't necessarily matter as long as you guys keep it appropriate. But other than that, guys, one more thing. If you guys do want to join a circle because you guys haven't found one, or you guys just haven't really thought about joining a circle, but you don't mind joining one now, then feel free to search for the circle Shushu. It is the circle that I'm in. Give that a search, click join, you should be automatically approved. I want to assume that I do have 4 spots left. I want to assume there's 4 spots left still in the circle. Actually, I could check right now because I do have the screen popped up still here. But let me take a look. Just a real quick look before ending up the video. If it would load. Okay, so yeah, we still do have 26 members, so 4 spots left still. So join while there are still spots available. And if you guys want, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you guys joined, at least with the remaining 4 spots. And also, what your in-game name is, just so we know who's who in the circle. Sorry about that. I felt like, I don't know, burping or something like it. Felt like I felt like I had to burp, so I was just holding it back. But yeah, just let me know down in the comments if you guys want, if you join the circle, also with your in-game name, just so we know who's who. But with that being said, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Hope y'all have a good weekend, whether y'all just chilling or you guys are getting a little bit get busy and all that. But as long as y'all have a good weekend, stay safe. And with that being said, guys, thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.